Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms, where we are all about home, family, and living this life that God has so graciously blessed us with. Our channel is full of content that I hope encourages you, inspires you, and most of all helps you on your journey. Be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you will get notified every time new content is uploaded. We hope to see you in each and every video. Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. I am going to be canning pinto beans, okay? But I'm going to be doing it a different way than what it's recommended, okay? The recommended way of canning pinto beans or any dried bean is by using the pre-soak method, okay? I normally do that, but today I'm not. Okay, so there's two different ways that you can can pinto beans. I am choosing today to do the no pre-soak method. Okay, and I can talk you through it right now, and then I'm going to give you some more tips that I use pinto beans for. Okay, so today all I'm going to be doing is I am going to be taking my pinto beans, rinsing them off really good, and just taking those dried beans, filling my jar halfway full, and then just pouring water in there into the jar up to the rim, or the neck, leave a 1-inch headspace, debubble, wipe my rims off, put my lids and rings on, fingertip tight, and process in the canner for 90 minutes, 10 pounds pressure for quarts. There you have it. Now, you can do the pre-soak method, okay? But y'all, when I found that I could do it this way and I saw someone else do it, I honestly prefer it because for number one, it saves time. It really does. It saves time, okay? And don't be afraid to try it. Just make sure you do not fill your jar 3/4 of the way full. You have got to leave some expansion room in your jar. So do not fill your jar too full with dried beans, okay? Because when they pressure cook, they are going to expand. So basically, all you're doing is just going halfway, okay? Or just maybe a teeny tiny bit above halfway, in between half and 3/4, okay? But do not go above that because you need to give it that expansion room. Now, if you want to use the pre-soak method, all you do is you rinse your beans off really good for any debris or anything like that, traveling and packing purposes. Shelf, okay? They've been on a shelf somewhere. You put them in a roasting pan or whatever you're going to do. I make big batches. I use a roasting pan, okay? Then you're going to just cover them with water. Make sure they're fully immersed and covered with enough water because they're going to soak up all that water overnight. Let them soak overnight, okay? In the morning, the next morning, some people will do one of two things. They will either go ahead and get their beans out, drain them, rinse them again, and then start putting them in their jars, okay? Leaving a 1-inch headspace, putting water in there, leaving a 1-inch headspace, debubbling, and then putting the jars in the canner. Or some people will do a parboil for 45 minutes. You soak them overnight, get up the next morning, whatever you soaked them in, go ahead and turn it on, let them boil for 45 minutes. Then drain, rinse, and then start putting them in your jars, adding some water, fresh clean water, up to the neck, leaving a 1-inch headspace, debubbling, wiping the rims, putting them on, putting them in the canner, okay? A lot of people do it different ways. Okay, now let me tell you something else you can do with pinto beans. And I started doing this. It saves time. It saves money. I'm only having to buy one bean. Okay. I also make homemade pork and beans and homemade baked beans. Okay. I found recipes that I like. I stick with them. I will use the pre-soak method on these. Okay. Because I need to soak them overnight, parboil them for 45 minutes, drain, rinse, put them back in my roasting pan, put my sauces, my seasonings, and anything else I'm going to put in there with them. I'm just going to be using pinto beans instead of navy beans. Try it, y'all. You're only going to have to buy one bean. To me, the taste and the texture between navy beans and pinto beans is the same. One bean's just bigger than the other, okay? Try it. See if you like it. Then you only have to buy one bean. There you go, okay? And then, let's say like my pinto beans, I use them in soups. I use them in refried beans. I'll take a jar. I will drain it, rinse them off, put them in my pan, put some seasonings in there, heat them up, smash them up. I've got instant refried beans. Melt some cheese on top of that. Serve it with a Mexican dish as a side. There you go. I will make ranch beans with some pinto beans. I'll keep some of the water. And then I will put some seasonings in there. You can put bell peppers. You can put onions. You can put cumin, paprika, cowboy beans, okay? Let's see, what else do I use my pinto beans for? Pinto beans and cornbread. I'm going to be putting some ham in these today, okay? Little chunks of ham that my husband saved for me. They will get done, okay? It will get done because the ham was already, I think, kind of pre-cooked, okay? So, I'm not going to have to worry about, Okay, so there's you some ideas with pinto beans. You can also substitute pinto beans for navy beans and make homemade pork and beans and homemade baked beans. Find you a recipe that you like. Try it. You only have to buy one bean. But today, I'll walk you through this little process of how I'm going to do the no pre-soak method, okay? And I'll walk you through it. And then if you choose to do the pre-soak method, like I said, all you do is just soak them overnight, okay? Then go through that process. So let's go in the kitchen and get to it. All right, y'all. I got my beans rinsing right here. I'm going to give these a good rinse, okay? And then I'm fixing to chop up my ham. This is already pre-cooked ham, y'all. I just wanted to give my pinto beans some flavor. So I'm going to get all this chopped up. I've got my workstation ready. I've got my jars right here. They're all clean. I got my funnel. And I've got my lids and rings right there. So I'm going to get prepared and I'll see you back in just a minute. Debubble. Fill to the neck. I'm just going to go ahead and do these two right now. So you'll see how I'm going to finish the rest of the jars. I'm not going to salt these. Fingertip tight. It may look like I'm putting these on tight, y'all, when I do this, but I'm not. It's just how I can grip it better instead of with my fingers. I have arthritis, okay? So my fingertips can be like this. Into the canner, 90 minutes, 10 pounds pressure. Y'all, I am so sorry. It is a couple of days later since I did my pinto beans with the ham. I'm sorry. Y'all, it was late that night when that canner finally got done and cooled off. I just called it a night and went to bed. Got busy the next day cleaning, doing laundry, and I just totally forgot to show y'all what they look like when they come out of the canner. So I'm going to turn you around. Now, one thing I have noticed. This is the first time I have put ham in my pinto beans. And I will continue to do it. However, they did siphon a little bit of water out. So next time I do my pinto beans, without soaking them, I will use less beans and then add my ham, okay? It's the first time I've added ham to my beans. I wanted to try it, and y'all, they've actually turned out good. It's just some of the water siphoned out of them, that's all. Other than that, I have opened up a jar, and I am cooking them for tonight's supper. So I'll let you see. Let me turn you around here. This is the beans with the ham. Everything's sealed, see? The only thing that happened was just a little water siphoned out. So next time, if I put ham in my pinto beans, this is the first time this has happened with my no pre-soak method. Simply because the ham made it siphon out just a little bit more, okay? So next time if I add ham, I will less beans and then add the ham. But other than that, y'all, I am very pleased. They're right here. I've opened up the jar. I have smelled them. Everything is fine. Let me get my spoon and stir this. Yeah, it is smelling so good. Just a second. It is smelling so good in here. That ham incorporated really good. And they smell wonderful. So, you know, we're on this journey together. We are on this learning journey together. I've started doing my beans, the no pre-soak method, but never be afraid to try something. This is the first time I have added ham to my beans, and now I see the results, and now I know what to do differently, okay? So, I'll know next time if I'm going to add anything to my jar, less beans, okay? And then put your meat in there and then put your water, okay? I still love doing the no-soak method, okay? No pre-soak. I love doing it this way. This is just 6 jars. This is the first batch. I just wanted to try it. Y'all, I think that's why we're called Rebel Canners. I am in a Facebook group called Rebel Canners. And I think that's why we're Rebel Canners. We want to see if something will work. You never know until you try, okay? So try some different things. If something happens, then write it down. You'll know what to do differently later. But right now, my granddaughter's wanting to bake something, so we're fixing to mix up some cornbread to go with these pinto beans and ham. We'll catch you in the next video. I just wanted to pop back in here for just a second and show y'all. This is what my pinto beans normally turn out like when I do the no pre-soak method and I don't add anything. I just wanted to show y'all, for the record, they do turn out right, okay? So these are the pinto beans, no pre-soaked method, no ham added or anything. I just wanted to just satisfy myself, for the record, showing y'all that they do turn out right. This is my homemade pork and beans that I made, okay? I do not have any of my baked beans at this moment because I kind of did a barter with my mother and she made me a whole bunch of grape jelly and blackberry jelly. And yeah, we bartered. So she wanted some baked beans and barter with some grape and blackberry jelly, which she knows is my favorite. So we kind of bartered. If y'all are wondering what I'm doing in my bathroom, it's because my pantry, y'all remember I did a pantry tour. My pantry is in here for the time being. We turned this into my canning pantry, but we're in the process now of renovating another room that is eventually going to house all of my canned items. So I did just want to show y'all that my pinto beans do turn out right using the no pre-soak method, and with no ham or anything added. So that's what they look like normally. Y'all, like I stated, I just wanted to try that, adding ham to it. I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to experiment. I wanted to play. I had some leftover ham on hand that my husband saved for me, and I wanted to play. So y'all, don't be afraid to get in there and try something if there's something that you want to try, okay? That's all you have to do. Play around. If it doesn't turn out exactly right, just tweak it, y'all, okay? And play around with it. Write down, like, maybe lessen the minutes, lessen the amount you put in the jars. Tweak your recipe a little bit. Make notes in your canning books, y'all. So for the record, I just wanted to show y'all they do turn out right, even if you don't pre-soak them. So y'all, get in your kitchens, start canning. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all will give doing different things a try, okay? And just experiment, take notes, and tweak if you need to. Just don't give up canning. See you in the next video.